Well, my name is Christopher Robin Foster Higgins. I am the performance manager here at Insite for our engagement center. In a previous world, I worked with someone who joined Insite and they were like, hey, we think it would be a good idea for you to try it out. So I went ahead and applied for the job, went through the process. I became a consultant. I think I've been on maybe 15 different projects. I've led a few projects as a project captain. And then one day I was called into the office because I was working remote and I was like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. What did I do? Came in and they presented this offer to me. This is really my passion, as the contact center. I grew up in the contact center pretty much. I redefined my career. I was a teacher, a computer tech, a cable install. I needed a job and I went into the contact center. I was on the phone for 3 years. I became a trainer. From training, I transitioned to what we call a COPC implementation leader, which is a high performance compliance officer. I also did security compliance for our client. And ultimately, I rounded out my career as an operations manager. And so for me, being an agent, I have a passion about the quality of life for an agent, and also a career path that I didn't envision for myself. I want to envision for others, and that's why I do this job, is to let people know that this is an opportunity that you can create for yourself, depending on where your passions are at. And so here at the Engagement Center, we developed 3 career paths for individuals. One is an agent path that you can go from each line of business that we have, and currently we have about 6 lines of businesses. Also from a support staff, so if you want to be supervisor, QA analyst, RTA analyst, things of that nature, what people are passionate about. And then finally, what they want to do outside of these 4 walls. And so if it does translate, as phone skills normally do translate to a lot of different industries, we want to develop you and give you an opportunity to develop those skills in the real world. So when you go through your interview, outside of here, you have some real world experience to move forward.
The person that has won the Empathy Award is Chris Higgins. I know for a fact, Chris has made several trips from here to Cape Coral, taking people for tub and shower training to make it happen. That is what a servant leader does. I'm just so glad you're leading this site.
As am I. What it means to me is that I'm compassionate about other people and making sure that this life can be difficult at times, and sometimes people feel alone or isolated. I want to make sure that they feel included in our family here at Insite, and that they know that we are supporting them, just not from a work perspective, but from a personal perspective. What I've learned in my years of service to others is that if you feel that you can't exist outside of work, how can we expect you to come into work and perform at a high level? And so this is a symbiotic relationship. It's a tandem of what we do. And so we try to support you outside as well as inside. I can't resolve everyone's problems outside, but I am a person that they can come to. 2 brains are better than 1. There may be something that I can suggest that they can follow through on to help improve their situation outside. And sometimes just having that conversation it's really heartwarming for those individuals. Brian is someone that I've talked to several different times to help him get to where he needs to be, and seeing his success, it really justifies the long hours that we do work here. So it makes me feel good that I'm able to help others grow in their career and in their personal life. I think the advice that I would give to my younger self would be to take full advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you and expect the unexpected. I think was just the theme of my story. I didn't plan for this. This wasn't like, oh, I got a 5-year plan. These things started happening and I was like, wow. I thought that, when I walked into the contact center that day, I was like, oh, I'll do this for, 6 months to a year. We had a cool client. I love to work in tech, and it just expanded into this whole career, and I didn't even realize that it could, amount to that, to going from an agent to being able to become a consultant, to evaluate different organizations and provide feedback and recommendations. Really discovered a passion that I didn't even realize that I had. So I think that would be what I would tell my younger self. Well, I grew up in Michigan, and so I'm a Wolverines fan. I know it hurts people's feelings. So for Insite, I would say a Wolverine. Those type of animals are durable. They like to fight and win, and I don't like to give up. These are our Hawaiian Shirt Fridays. This is the latest version of the Insite, so version 2.0, I'll call it. I like the black. It goes good with my sneakers when I want to wear comfortable shoes. But this is part of our culture here, and it's new to me. I'm not from Florida. So when I came to Insite, I was like, Hawaiian shirts. I was like, I don't have any of those. So lucky my wife buys all my clothes for me. And I was like, hey dear, I need some Hawaiian shirts. So now I have about 6 to 8 Hawaiian shirts. So I have a wide variety, but these are my personal favorites. I'm appreciative of what Insite has done for me from a personal level. I got to move to Florida. I got to do things that I didn't think that I would be doing. And I've had this opportunity to build this relationship with this community and these great folks that I work with on a daily basis, and to try to really help folks who struggle in certain areas of life. I think that is the most passionate thing that I'm about, and probably why I was awarded the Empathy Award.